June 23rd, 2015. Some of you just seems like a regular old day. I don't even know what the hell day it was. But it was a day that really allowed me to reminisce about some of probably my favorite moments of my video gaming quote-unquote career. That was the first time that I uploaded what is now the series Life on the Wii. And today, guys, we are reaching where we have arrived at the end of an era. But before I continue any further, I just want to mention we have not one but two gameplays for you guys today, both on Nuketown. Surprisingly, I do good enough on this map. As you can see, some of these gameplays, I'll be surrounded by idiots on the other team. Me and my friend Taylor had hopped in a couple games, who was probably, I figured that these games would be the perfect fitting because she's one of my best friends from the Wii. Shout out to you, Taylor. And it still continues to be one of my best friends overall. So I figured, you know, why not end it with two probably some really great gameplays, not only from me, but we probably kicked the shit out of the other team, not once but twice. It was nuts. This first gameplay will help demonstrate that. So, but back on to the topic. So before I continue any further, once again, thank you all for, you know, supporting the series. It means so much to me that this series has reached to where it's been. It's been one hell of a time reminiscing about all this stuff, you know, from the Wii, from the hackers, the I'm getting a little welled up, I'm sorry. It may not seem like a huge big deal to some of you guys, but when you end off a series where you reminisce about some of the best times of your gaming life that really started your gaming life, you know, you kind of get a little emotional about it, you know. I'm welling up a little bit in the eyes. I really don't care. I don't mind admitting it. But so, you know, thank you all so much. It means so much to me as a content creator, whether I'm microscopic or, you know, just or whatever. It doesn't matter to me how big I am. It means to me that you guys have, you know, stuck with the series for all this time. It's so great to see, like, something that really was never given the light of day, given some sort of exposure to an extent, even though there were, you know, Wii content creators out there. But it means a lot to me that I got to, you know, talk about this type of stuff. You know, it's really cool for me, you know. So once again, I just want to thank you all. You guys have been awesome throughout the entire series, and you guys are the real MVPs. I thank you all, and all my subscribers, and all the viewers who come see this video. Your support has not gone unnoticed. So, the end of an era. I mentioned in my last episode of Life on the Wii that the gaming had kind of slowed down for me, you know, on the Wii anyway. You know, on Call of Duty Black Ops, you know, MW3 died way before Black Ops did on the Wii. So this is just Black Ops. So, it was at a point where my friends were all busy, you know. It was kind of dying out anyway, you know. After Hurricane Sandy, the servers had died. Straight up died, dude. It was a shame watching the game, you know, slowly, painfully die like that. A game that you loved, a game that you loved to play, no matter, even if the system had poor security and hackers and all this bullshit. And squeakers, oh god, the squeakers. I don't think I've mentioned any of that, but oh god, they were terrible. So, you know, it was at a point where I had to come to a decision. Do I continue playing a dying game, or do I have one last hurrah on a game that I love? And I decided at one point, even though it was a difficult decision to make, I decided to have one last hurrah. So, my last ever TDM on the Wii was a TDM I'll fondly remember for a long time. I'll set it up for you guys. It was a game on, I think, launch. you know, the thing with the map with the huge rocket in the middle that went off about halfway through the game that shakes the ground. Everyone hates that. Everyone hates that when that happens. At least I did anyway. So it was a great game. I don't remember what gun I was using. It may have been an AK-74U. No, wait, it wasn't the AK-74U. It was the AUG, because I figured if I was going to have one last hurrah, I was going to use my favorite weapon in Black Ops, which was the AUG. It always has been the AUG. I love that gun with a burning passion. It was such a great gun to use. So I used the AUG. You know, I went ham with that thing. I think the final score off the top of my head was like 30-5 or something, like 30-5 KD wise. It was somewhere in the high 20s, early 30s, I know that. And I had like less than 10 deaths. I think it was around 5 or 6. I don't have any picture to show it, unfortunately, or else I would have posted that thing a while ago. But you know, off the top of my head, I think that's it was a rough memory. I think roughly it was around that time. It was around that score range. Top of the leaderboard and everything. You know, so I decided to send a message to all my quote-unquote allies. You know, the thing about the allies list, you didn't have a friends list on Wii. Each game that you bought, like Call of Duty, had a separate list of friends called ally list. And I sent it to all my allies, quote-unquote, or the people I actually gave a shit about playing with, like my buddy Hollow, and a few other people, you know, Taylor, all them guys. And I sent it, and, you know, I said, you know what, you know, I gotta call it quits here, man. It's a shame that it had to come to this and stuff like that, but, you know, this game's dying, yada yada yada, you know. I would say it was a heartfelt message, but, it was also, you know, basically saying goodbye, because I knew a lot of the people I played with I would probably never talk to again. So I said my goodbyes, and I had never played that game. I have never played that game since. Actually, at one point, I still continued to play on my Wii. I was playing other games. I was playing mostly WWE. I had SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 and WWE 13 on the Wii. I still play those games on my brother's Wii U to this day, because here's where the real end of an era starts. My Wii is broken about at one point. I come back, I think it was me and my buddy Anthony and his couple of other guys that we were with. I think it was his family. We had gone to a WWE wrestling event in Trenton, and I come home and I turn on my system a day after or something. I think it was when that happened, and I wanted to play SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. And the Wii no longer worked. It no longer loaded the games. It just was broken. It was completely fucked up. So I tried and tried and tried for like weeks, and I'm like, you know what? I give the fuck up. And at that point, I hadn't played another video game anyway, for almost a whole year. You know, some people can go a year or so without playing video games. But me, I was like, oh god, I'm so bored. I was so bored during that time, all because the Wii had broken. And it was a damn shame. So that was the end. You know, Call of Duty, everything on the Wii. You know, it's still, like I said before, it's still a time I will never forget. And it's a time I will look fondly upon. And it was also extremely fun talking and sharing my experiences of playing Call of Duty on the Wii, something that not everyone has ever done before. And sharing the experiences of what you people probably would have seen if you had played the game on there. So once again, you know, and this is really heartfelt, like I'm not even fucking with any of you guys here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for allowing me to do this and allowing me to, you know, reminisce about all the stuff, you know, and you guys watching it and all that. So it means so much to me. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the entire series. I have a whole playlist of it you can go back and watch if you ever miss some of them. But anyways, my name's Ed0626. This has been Life on the Wii, and we'll catch you on the next one. See you guys later.